racist and white supremacist views are lifted up in the media and the White House, when hard-fought-for civil rights are being stripped back, when the single most important fight of our time, which makes it possible to fight every other fight, and must be, as Frederick Douglass would say, our North Star, the fight to protect our vote, is not gathering the momentum and the energy and the passion it deserves. We have a lot of work to do, don't we? Many of the states that previously had faced special scrutiny because of a history of racial discrimination have proposed, passed, and enforced the kind of laws that we know are turning the clock back on our country because it has successfully undermined the right to vote. And how have they done that? Well, we know. We see it. We see all of the phony obstacles to registering. We see all of the suppressive efforts at the point of registration and even the point of voting. We see the malfunctioning equipment. We see the longer lines. We see how all of this is designed to discourage, to depress, to prevent people from voting, particularly communities of color. We know, don't we, that candidates, both black and white, lost their races because they have been deprived of the votes they otherwise would have gotten. And the clearest example is from next door in Georgia. Stacey Abrams should be governor, leading that state right now.
Oh, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Oh, and then let's get to work. Reverend Green, when those bones get up, and when that spirit is breathed into them, and they start climbing out of that valley, the first place they go is to register to vote. Because, you know, I've heard Corey preach. Oh, yeah. Oh, Mrs. Sewell, you know. I mean, you just get ready. But I want to say, and when they went to work, they found a receptive Supreme Court who came up with the most absurd decision. There are a lot of absurd decisions, but this is, in many ways, the most absurd. The Congress is supposed to legislate based on evidence and facts, which we did, and then it gets up to the Supreme Court, and they say, oh, I mean, just think about it. Between 2012, the prior presidential election, where we still had the Voting Rights Act, and 2016, when my name was on the ballot, there were fewer voters registered in Georgia than there had been those prior 4 years. Think about it, my friends. And I know that if we do our part, we can take back this country and put it back on the path that was begun and forged here in Selma 54 years ago. God bless you, Brown Chapel.
If I said it, I meant it. Bite my tongue for no